Fambulem unakushe and Kabo. This na TDN Africa Media and this now we program Waiting the People Say. Me your name na Amina Takoroma.
And me na Ibrahim na Minkote. As usual, today we in the street of Freetown. They talk to people them. Now they get them views concerning the 5th Parliament of Sierra Leone. Where they come to an end today. They lock Parliament today. What do people then think about them parliamentarians and their views, the opinion we then get concerning this Parliament will not end today? Continue for the day with TDN as we go and talk to people then. Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. If you don't mind, tell me your name.
My name is Moisa Sheriff. I locate na Templeton.
Okay. Moisa, today Parliament is closed after the 5 years where they don't start to operate as parliamentarians. Today, everything they come to an end. Engineer is Sierra Leone and you don't witness the activities them. And what do you think about the performance or the activities they would involve in?
Well, as far as me concerned, as a young Sierra Leone where they come up, I feel say for me the parliament they work in with interest. Why I say this? Because like since the way the parliament need for debates on a parliament, they need to talk about them. Like I can remember when they increase their salary, see they all the dance at the parliament. Why should they suffer? Like we not get good electricity in this country. We roads are not good. We not get good water facility. Now then saying for the put na the floor, but they need to talk on them thing in the where they increase their salary, wardrobe facility, then they dance for them in the parliament. And to me, it don't make sense. Okay. So as for me, this 5-year parliament, I don't feel they don't do anything for me, for winning the country as a whole.
Okay. So a scale from 1 to 10, how do you rate them?
20%.
Okay. So 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
So it's a message to the next parliament where they come.
Where the next parliament we get issued in this country, we get roads issued in this country, we get light issued in this country, we get water issued in this country. Men then try for we don't get medical facilities in this country. When somebody sick, pass them to Ghana. It don't make no sense. Men parliament talk about them thing there to the government where they rule. You understand? Eh? Where them go for do them thing there, we get a sober hospital in this country. We get people let forget go to water. First of all, we water they get in this country now, go to water they get. It don't make no sense. It don't make sense for they get water. We don't get good water facility in the country. We they suffer for water, we they suffer for light, we they suffer for everything in this country. The only thing where me feel so they enjoy in this country, not only the peace they enjoy small, but all the other things, my brother, na suffer. Now the only country this you get your money for it and say they suffer for it and back because of the system. Where the system not credit, parliament they work in with interest. Then they work in their own interest. Because if you look, people then they increase on their salary when they dance in parliament. I feel that on our interest on the work. We not work for the people we put on our power. And now we vote on without we not able to do anything. We not able to go to parliament. Now we make una go there. So anything like them can't they are not fixing for go talk when they increase on our salary. It don't make no sense to me. We not talk for the people. Yes. But when I talk for we, wherever there is on a salary, when all the jubilee in the parliament, when they dance, when they grab on ourselves, when they hug on ourselves, to me it don't make sense. When I talk for when the country, the thing they will benefit. We need lights, we need roads, we don't get good health facilities in this country. Food not there, we they suffer. We all they suffer in a saloon. Pass somebody not for talk. Because of it don't take a side. And this is a salon issue, not to politics, this is a salon issue. This they bug everybody. And they bug everybody in the country. But the man they know they work on with interest. For sure.
Okay, thank you.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. You can please tell your name. Mr. Dumbuya, today we will witness the 5th closure of Parliament. And we don't see the parliamentarians where they represent way out there. They don't take 5 years and then they close down for the election. Like, what do you make of this?
Parliament a salon. To me, I don't make parliament really exist. A salon. So whether they close, they're opening, I don't know nothing about it. But they know parliament don't really. For now, parliament not useful. To me, I don't for that person. Parliament, at this time, a salon is not useful. To me.
But I guess like the constituency way you member of parliament way then they represent you, like the concern of the people and the challenge on parliament. Like what do you make of this? You not get honorable parliamentarian?
Well, I don't know if that the first side this we don't cover this constituency. I don't know if you don't take a tour at the constituency. You ask any side the honorable don't ever keep meeting. Well, the 5 years say then they close so today. If the parliamentarian again continue to ever come and keep meeting and talk to people which you go on, without the bills that they take in the parliament, if they're useful to win. We never do one so. And for more, you say in the council also, pass us here na television. Voici une post le don't buy now for vice president. Anyway, they can't win, they talk to win, they boost win anything, any bill if it's meaningful to win, nothing. So take us more. If we prefer we not get parliamentarian, the president will win.
Okay, and lastly, since so they go to the general election, some parliamentarians they not going to be lucky for make them lead them community back. While maybe you constituency go get a new parliamentarian, what's that message out there to the next parliamentarian that you country or the next parliamentarians then?
But this one, the doctor will say, this PRC not will say we not get even a parliamentarian. Now the party and they get parliamentarian. This PR system, the people not get parliamentarian. And the party and they get a parliamentarian. So when the children do deal for themselves, what's for we? But for me, Mr. This salon, parliament ever work in the interest of the nation. Or now, the selfish gain. Whether parliament advocates for community or not, all turn president get the bit of power. Every chef they fight, the nation they fight. President all turn to overcome them. So, to me, parliamentary system not even meaningful chef now. Na salon. As long as president get the supremacy over the parliament, president get power pass the constitution of salon. So parliament not even useful. Salon.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. Good afternoon, Papa. Can you know your name, sir?
Ibrahim Mansari.
Okay, Mr. Ibrahim Mansari. We don't see today Parliament they closed today. They're not in power for 5 good years. So I want to get your view on what do you think for the 5 years where they're not in power, if they do any developments in the country.
Yeah, to me they do some development in the country because some pass some bills they would only over 10-15 years we be at the table on our table every day, but not be passing bill and they but this parliament come, some of the billion pass we my beneficial billion to the people of this country.
Okay, so if I ask you for make you rate them from 1 to 10, how you go rate them?
Well, I'll give them 50%.
Okay. All right. So, like, what do you say? According to what you say, so we they hope for see them same people and they again next election. What this election what they can do? They hope say then go come back again. What do you think?
Some of them will come back. We as obviously they will do better because some parliamentarians will do something and then constituency will do something will develop some area there. But I believe say if they want their first time in parliament, you understand? But I believe say the second time when they go to parliament, will do more. So only pray and do more, and some of them don't begin to strive for do more, so they will just continue for do more. I believe that day. So only pray for good for the country. But for say they do 5 years, nothing, no, then you know correct. So me and then challenging body say do something. At least see that they do it and cover away. At least we will give them credit because last parliament they do certain thing we have discouraged of them. We before 2018 we closed because of the passports, salon passports. With them, one green, 100,000 for passports. One green they debate in parliament. They all man agree for 1 million. Now they been put me off. The last parliament 2018, 17 to 18, last parliament for the election 2018. One green day 100,000 to 1 million Leone. So I believe say not to be better parliament. Only one parliament I mean objects. Say no, this is not going to parameter. I mean objects say no, being objections. No, this is not correct. One green day, I can put from 100,000 to 1 million. So this is not correct. All my support. So I believe it's been bad parliament standing.
Okay, so what do you look forward to for this new one they will get for come after the election?
They look for good now. At least tell them take some measures there now. But if you say nobody never makes alone. Now which sector for makes alone. So let them take measure, they go to other countries. I'm just saying now the parliaments, now coalition of parliament, they go, so they go South Africa, they go Nigeria, they go Ghana, then they look inside and they to find out the other country, then count and to within and they for them at least to make a country. Because nobody go for mix alone, now go for mix alone. If you don't make them, they go take some idea, then count them. I feel say for them take some idea, count them for mix alone. But if you still not make a, nobody go for mix alone. So we pray God at least the one we can now, then take some measure till now way at least we will make the country fine now. Some laws on the account for benefit for the country now.
Thank you. Where you talk to TDN Africa Media.
Sir, welcome to TDN Africa Media.
Thank you.
We call this program Waiting the People Say. So Waiting the People Say in a program we can forget on our thoughts and opinions on current affairs the way they happen in the country.
Oh.
So today we can't talk to you because Parliament they shut down today. Every handovers they happen today. What's your opinion on that, sir?
Well, my opinion for the past 5 years, right?
Yes, sir.
The past 5 years, not good for this country. And so far, we as a people within this country, we look forward for development. We're quite aware, say, democratic process a continuity. And we know, see, for every dispensation, there must be some development. But so far, to my own opinion, to what I see, the country has gone backward.
Okay, so this past election, you began for vote for parliamentarian, am I right?
Oh, yes.
Over the year, this thing don't change now. We PPRC don't have their own system of not choose, then they choose their own. What's you take on that?
That, in a sense, to me, they're not all go well. They're not good for this country. This is a very small country. In any democratic dispensation, the people's will must be heard.
So what's you hope for the next 5 years?
Well, the next 5 years, in as much as they don't come with this PR system, this proportional representation system, well, maybe, because we don't know. Of course, the proportional representation, the parliamentarians are not answerable to we. As a people, they are answerable to their parties, right? And in as much as they are answerable to their parties, whatever thing where the people and they go through, the government no go know. Because Uda go come to the government, not the parliamentarian. Uda go come to the government, not the councillor. Now the councillor will make the government know, say, them people, and so that they feel. But in as much as the people's will has been taken away from them, we now them for choose their leader, and them for choose what they want. We the parliamentarian for answerable to them, they no more, then we are heading for doom.
You get any message for Central Sierra Leoneans about the upcoming election?
Well, the message to Sierra Leoneans, I'll just say, everybody, we're all in this country. First of all, this is a message of unity first, then I go end them up with waiting for say. We are all one people. The north, east, south, west, we are all one people. After Sierra Leone, there is no other country. Any other country, you are a refugee or you are a stranger. Sierra Leone is our country. Right? So, this are the call on each and every side of this country for Lord we unite as a people. Lord we not follow politicians. Lord we unite together as one people. If we don't unite as one people, these politicians, they drag we, they care we go. Now the gutters. So therefore, I dey urge every Sierra Leonean for vote with conscience, for make Sierra Leone be how e suppose for be. Let a day na the map once again. But as at now, Sierra Leone, we are no longer Sierra Leone.
You get any other thing you want to say, sir?
I will just talk to the people of the country. Say, no, we come together. I don't get any other thing for say. But oneness, now they bring Sierra Leone together. If we not unite, Sierra Leone no will come together.
Okay, well, thank you.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. You can tell Fambula your name.
My name is Kabiru Sharif.
Okay, Mr. Sharif. Today, the fifth parliament they come to an end, and we want to know what's in your own opinion concerning that.
My opinion towards that, the parliament takes on the issue, then we find the parliament takes on the issue that we not find. Like one of the things we are not like with the parliament, they discuss the parliamentarians then, where they talk say let they increase their own salary. I feel say if I don't talk for the layman then, let they increase their salary than them. Then the freedom of speech where they lift ban where they lift on the journalists then they fine. Right now they need journalists for anything where you say.
Okay, so if you can rate the parliamentarians them from 1 to 10, how you go rate them?
The parliamentarians then if I say I will give a 50%. Because I feel say for not talking the interest of the people then. The civil servant therefore don't increase the salary than the parliamentarians then.
Okay, so what's going to be your message to the past parliamentarians the way they go so and the one them will get for come back?
Well, the one day they go to not talk about it. The one day they can, they want to talk about them. Okay. The one day they can, all let they pass bill, let they increase the civil servant the salary.
Okay, plenty. Thank you for talking to TDN Africa.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. This is not the program Waiting the People Say. We try to get people and views and their opinions then concerning the fifth closure of Parliament. What do you think about Parliament over the last 5 years? And since today, finally, then they close down until later this year, we then go open back, and that will be after the election. What do you think about Parliament over the last 5 years?
Well, the question itself prompts a question to political analysts like us. Has there been any parliament over the 5 years? Because when they talk about parliament, we get to look at certain things. You understand? There are those cases, you understand, that surrounds parliament. We know within a parliament the function. We know within a parliament the responsibilities. We know waiting there for do them do's and don't. But over the 5 years, the only thing we visible, you understand, we evident to everybody, mostly Sierra Leoneans, unless they were we no want for, come out for putting the reality to himself. Now that we've seen a lot of political discombobulation, fracas in parliament, who decided they fed themselves, cause. This starts from the very day when they sworn in that gentleman as the president. We know all this. So we don't see anything over the past 5 years. So the question of parliament, even me waiting up now, I don't even know what in parliament don't they do. Okay. So that's it.
Okay. And since within the community, your community will say inside like and also like we get member of parliament at the particular community where they represent, and I guess a very strong person at this community, and waiting at the general perception or your views about the particular member of parliament we get within
Well, the member of parliament in this constituency, to start with, me not even sabi answer to start with. But the thing where they affect me mostly na the political perception about Sierra Leoneans. This political hegemony we don't dey face since independence, wherein we don't get the dominance of two parties. So usai a particular individual knows say na dey the weakling, na dey e dey good for them. You understand? Because you know say you turn and so you get for win. The APC, you know say na they get enough. The SLPP, say they dominate the southeast. You understand? So like another one day. So then people are even as of now with the election, the forthcoming election with the council, the way don't vie for councillorship. If I tell you, I possibly me sabi, but then I know say no get for do nothing, but I know say get for win back at the center. So that member of parliament, they I not see I not see me. Maybe something will come around we election the council.
And also, since this is a different tone wherein the people, Sierra Leoneans, them know they get chance for let the member of parliament be answerable to them directly. We now not to them political parties, then they get the powers for make them answer them and question them. Like, what do you think about this old system? And I guess you really know about the new system, the PR system.
Well, the PR system could be functional, effective in a positive way. But I don't know, over the years, the proposition has been made by a lot of politicians. It gets some, tenet of gender balance to some extent. But then for this country as of now, I don't think say we need them. They're very good, the system is very good, but I don't think say we need them for now. Because, it will be biased to some extent. You understand? Wherein if you get this person hidden at the list, then when we know the amount of seat where a party able acquire, you understand? And now we say we need for select, let us say 34 seats, we need for select 34 people. We don't know how many how many candidates themselves that particular party they send for that parliamentarian position there. And then at the end of the day, we'll see now 60 people in the cell. So it can be somehow, biased to some extent. You understand? But like I say, it could be functional, effective, positively. We look at the gender balance because we don't see we woman and now we girl picking and now they all they fet for this 30% quota. The right way and say themselves once for the then give them the involvement into politics and all. And we all want to see within gender. You understand? Don't they do gender activist? You understand? How they not fit for it and see they're able like institute them thing, they are inculcate most of them thing into the mindset of Sierra Leoneans, especially inside them no say country like this we mostly they practice that male chauvinism concept. But like I say, for now we don't need them. We just need for go back, review, see how best we go to get certain things them. And then we put Sierra Leone first to that kind of place where everybody want time for making be. Don't look at the tenants, the main visible tenants of democracy. Don't work with them first. You understand? Then we develop the economy, don't develop this country. Then anything and then now we can come to the side and they, even though yes, like you say, woman can walk. We don't see evident in other parts of the world, especially the West. But to Africa, yeah, I feel say let we address key issues then first before each other side.
Okay, and we don't see say we therefore get new member of parliament then while some go retain in parliamentarian position because like some go even come back, then will give them symbol, a party symbol for make them come back. And what's that your particular message to parliamentarians for the next 5 years if they get selected or elected again in a parliament?
Well, I don't know for the new one the way they come, but the old one they've already been indoctrinated. That I can tell you. Like I say, the political perception about this country is don't affect you greatly. Now, even when you look at young people and the involvement into politics, they count reason. Some man are not they just come into politics because he get good, intention for the country. But some man they choose for come into politics because they don't get one uncle, one auntie, they don't tell and say, yeah, now the shortest route for make quick money. And it's only in Africa they see them thing they are like because like some of we will get experiences, you understand? we know how things they operate. But really, for the new one, the way they come, make them get a mind on their own. They, apply and employ ethical consideration into their functions, their duties, and their responsibilities, and let them know what thing they for do for the people them, what the people they need. Because the people there they serve as the direct link, that direct nexus, you understand? Then they serve as intermediaries for they will able voice out with grievances to them people and they up there. You understand? With concerns. But we not go talk to parliamentarian who go talk to you, pass from council go meet you, when they go meet you, wait then tell you. When you reach parliament, before you reach parliament, you don't forget. Something them go don't tell you now, you don't forget. But for the old one them, I feel say if they don't learn, well, it's fine. It's fine. The only thing about the political perception I still hold that of this country. Because we get some people, whether they're good or bad, they still will get that position.
Okay. And finally, since we are about the general elections, when are the June 24th election, like what will be your message out there to Sierra Leoneans them, especially the politicians them and the people them out there?
Well, for Sierra Leoneans them, I believe we don't learn lessons small. Some of they explain things them to we read them as history that this country. But now, then think they don't come as a reality. Back. This what you say, if we not learn these past 5 years, we not go get for land again for the next 5 years. So all I can say, let's say Leoneans then go out there, let them exercise their franchise, them rights, let them go vote, but the only thing, make them know how to vote this time around. This, tribal, concept, political hegemony, mean at this, mean at that. Even though we don't talk Boku, but who's how we talk now the word they left. Now this make some of we not the ones for the whiskey term, because the perception about certain people psychologically when you don't get time, unless in decide for change for himself. And the only time where it will change, maybe in a way it come across a particular situation, will lead to that change day. But if you say you want for, effect change on that person day, automatically, it's not going to be possible. So let's see Leoneans then go out there, let them able to exercise them rights, them vote, let them just vote with their conscience, they vote for the leader where they think say credible, where they think say it gets the charisma, it gets all the quality, we will push this nation forward for the next 5 years. That we all pray for. At least them skirmishes, them fracas who they encounter, with the experience over the past 4 years, it really not how well. This in the international community, we when our international relations perspective scholars them, we know within at the essence of them things and maybe to say Leoneans that we can many of we can just see like now something common, you understand, but it gets great effect negatively to the country. And I bet you the one when a politician, when a true politicians them, where they know, where they understand the intricacies that surrounds the discipline itself, then go tell you say waiting on they happen for the past 5 years, you're not good, you're not well. So let's see Leoneans then go out there and then vote for the right person.
Okay, plain thank you for talking.
Hello and welcome to TDN Africa Media. Good afternoon, Akino, your name?
I'm named by Mahmoud Kagbo.
Okay, Mr. By Mahmoud Kagbo. We don't see say today Parliament they close. They don't in a power for 5 years, still they close Parliament. So what do you think about that? They time they already done in a Parliament. What do you think of some of the decisions they will then take?
So the decision in a Parliament, waiting happen so where the Parliament they close. And not too bad because we're glad for the kind situation, Parliament they close, we not get no violence, we not get no discrimination at the Parliament. So we really happy with that day as a patriotic citizen in our country. So we pray for a better leader for the next 2023 election with the council.
Okay, so how you go rate the parliament from 1 to 10?
Parliament, I go able rate am from 1 to 5 because some of the 1-2 program they will put in the parliament. So that I no more than me rating at the parliament.
Okay, so wetin we dey look forward to coming election? We know so we get more people than where they go to parliament. So wetin we dey look forward to from the one and the way they come?
So the only advice they get for the new one, the way they can at parliament, the only thing no more, let them put effort and let them try for put infrastructure and youth employment for help the youth man then at the get so for long no sit down. So because with the young one there, I want the better future where they come up tomorrow. So that's the advice that they get for the one there where they can at the parliament. At least let them not forget win. And advice they go again back to we as a citizen of this country. We need peaceful election and no violence, no discrimination. That they go for all with the young one there and the big one in the country. Because we don't want no violence in our country and we don't want no discrimination.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
This na CDN Africa Media. We call this program "Wetin the People Say." So wetin the people say na program where they cancel na basically on matters the way they happen in a salon. We want forget una thoughts and una personal opinions them on. Today, Parliament they close after all these 5 years. Everybody they hand over office today. What's your opinion on that?
And your opinion on the message I get from people this election, one is not effect. All effect like the ID card and you vote, and like the all effect. All effect of the government, you know, want, or not what you want. And the power for later we move back, so that we get better service.
So the last we una began election for this parliamentarian thing.
Yeah.
And now the system don't change now. PPRC system don't come in. So now we're not going to vote for parliamentarians again. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's fine. Because we are just a supporter. And always we try for let the country go before. And then the big one is saying that they is saying the right thing. Not bad. Because we learn say parliamentarian want to be talk say na 4 years, so they join them for vote for according to wetin we can do. So now if you say a parliamentarian they no dey sabi voting, not so bad, not bad.
So you say then say what do you say? What do you say?
So me I dey winner not to be get the final say na dem get the final say. So wetin dem say we need for agree else na the right thing. So we need for agree.
Also you believe saying the right thing and this?
Well I say yes.
Okay, well thank you for talking today. Again, any other thing you want to say, sir?
Well, the only thing I get for say to office Leone as well. Let them vote peacefully and go na the host. You know they don't fight. The peace thing I will and
That are the views of people concerning the closure of Parliament and also Parliament during the last 5 years. Me, your name na Franklin Williams.
And me, your name na Sylvia John. Una not forget say wetin the people say they cancel una at any time. And a program where they forget una thoughts and opinions on current matters the way they happen na the country. Una not forget to like, comment and subscribe to YouTube, Facebook and TikTok channel at CDN Africa Media. Thank you guys for watching us.
you.